the radio, building dreams and achieving more, telling it just like it is. Most of all, keeping it real. Are you ready for real talk? Changing lives and communities. Real talk. Saving all our families. Real talk. Bringing hope for you and me. Real talk. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show, the #1 talk show for empowering, inspiring, motivating, and helping women and leaders to see that it is possible. You have to see it before you see it, or you never will see it. And that's Real Talk. I am Dr. Judy, your Real Talk host, and here with my amazing co-host, Dr.
Yaquanda Payne McCall. Hey, y'all.
Yaquanda Payne McCall. So thank you all so very much for joining us this beautiful Tuesday morning here in Tallahassee, right here in Tallahassee on Hallelujah 95.3 FM. The weather is absolutely beautiful.
Yes,
so the sunshine is like it's ready for a beach day. Ready for a beach day, which we do not have here in Tallahassee, but we do have some that's near. I want to thank you all so very much for joining again by radio, Facebook, and YouTube. It is always an honor and a pleasure to have you with me. Thank you again for joining. And to all of you outside of Tallahassee, and I'm meeting so many people who are outside of Tallahassee when I go various places who state that they listen to us, that they're on the radio joining us. And I want to thank you all so very much. It is an absolute pleasure to have you all on with us every Tuesday. And I want to thank you. So for those of you who may have friends or relatives who have not joined the Real Talk with Judy show, or who have not come in, you can ask them to get the app. That's Hallelujah 95.3. Get the app, and if they can listen all over the world anytime they want to. We're on 24 hours a day, so you would definitely have some good radio listening. But your #1 thing is going to be to tune in on Tuesdays at 11:30 to 12:30. That's why I'm telling you to go ahead and get that. I'm glad you chose to join me today again. Please do me a favor. Call, text, tag, invite others, and share today's show with them. So invite others to come on. Go ahead and tag them on here. I have a #1 tagger. I have 2 taggers. I'm gonna have to. Those ladies are absolutely fantastic. So we're gonna have to do something. Yaquanda, they are good, and greatly appreciate them tuning in with us every Tuesday. So while I greet my mama, y'all go ahead and do that. So I want to say hello, Auntie. I hope you're feeling better, Auntie Doris. Hope you're feeling better. And to my mom, Dr. Irma Hunter Wesley, I want to say hello, Mama. Hope you're feeling better as well. She had a little tumbling, but she's okay because she answered the phone. So we're glad about that.
Amen.
She can't be falling at 83. She's too old to fall.
No fall.
Help me. You know, stand up there. Okay, but she's still my trusted advisor, mentor that I absolutely love, and I love talking with her. She helped me get understanding of life. And to my amazing husband, Superintendent Gerald Mandrell, Senior Pastor of Life Changes. He's the reason I get to do what I do. And y'all, come October 17th, it'll be 41 years of marriage. And we were just thinking, wow, we're 41 years of marriage. We was children, we was youngsters when we got married. I was 40, I was 22. You were born?
I was barely
born. Well, we've been here. Somebody asked me, y'all. They said, y'all think y'all experts on marriage now? I said, I think we should be. 41 years, same person. I think we got some.
Doing it every day. Yeah, that kind of make you an expert.
I think we got a little expert.
More than an expert.
Yeah,
41 years.
Yeah, because I'm looking at these folks who've been married 1 year, 2 years,
They got-
3 years,
they got
and going
something to
marriage
say.
counseling.
What you talking
Get
about?
her.
All right, let me go on now. So, and to my amazing production team led by the one and only marketing director Priscilla John Lewis, I want to say to all of y'all, thank y'all so very much for helping me deliver an award-winning show to a great audience, and that would be you. You are the great audience. I want to thank you for tuning in every Tuesday, and y'all keep us coming back with enthusiasm. And I promise you that we look to see how we can bless you, what will empower you, what will be successful. In today's show, y'all might cry by the time she finished talking and all of that. But it is, we're gonna have to summon her some tissue. She gonna cry. And once you hear her heart, and once you hear, and I'm gonna introduce in just a minute. So thank y'all again for coming. I know you're still here. And to all of the business owners, thank you so very much. Thank you all so very much. And I wanted to share this, Yaquanda and Miss Olivia and all of those who are out there in Radio Land and Facebook. The first Tuesday in November is going to be Real Talk with Judy Thank You Day.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna be the Real Talk with Judy Thank You Day.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ask as many people as possible, at least 100, but I hope we can get way more than 100.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask for a $50 seed. I'm gonna ask you to plant a $50 seed into Regina Hollis said, "Hi, Miss Olivia."
Hi, Miss Regina.
So I'm gonna ask you all to plant a $50 seed, and we will get that ready. We'll get the Cash App, the PayPal, all of that ready. The Givelify or the Zelle, because we want to be I want to ask you all to be a blessing to the Real Talk with Judy show. If I get 300, that's $15,000. I can pay for this. I can pay for this show. Because I like to pay at the beginning.
Yes.
I don't have to. Some people think I get on here free. No, it's not free.
No.
You said that because I didn't really know.
Oh, you thought it was free too?
Yeah.
No, a lot of people think it. Yeah, a lot of people.
I received it.
Yeah, a lot of people thought
that one.
Yeah, a lot of people thought I was getting paid. I said, no, I'm not getting paid. I have to pay.
That's next
But
level.
one day I'm gonna be syndicated, going on TV or something. But right now, I have to pay.
Right now?
And so what I'm asking the friends of the Real Talk with Judy show to give at least $50. You can give way more than that.
Yeah.
The business owners, they give more, and some of you give. And so it'll be on Facebook. We're gonna send out text, we're gonna send out email. So people won't say, I forgot, I didn't know. No, you won't know about this. Okay. So the mission of the Real Talk with Judy Live Radio show is to empower, inspire, motivate, enlighten, and awaken, and help you, especially my sister girls, to see your possibility, your God-given vision, even clearer than you do right now. Because sometimes we hold back on ourselves.
Yes, we do.
You know, we get intimidated by others. But the Real Talk with Judy show is to help you. Don't be intimidated. You belong where you are. You have something to give as well. Okay, so and then we help you to go for it. And then we are a resource to you and all of that good stuff. So today topic is chosen from the heart with love. That's going to be our topic today. Chosen from the heart with love. And my special guest today is a lady that I greatly admire. I admire her so much, with high respect, high regard. She's a woman of vision. She's creative, and you're gonna feel her heart in a little bit. You're gonna feel her heart, and she did something that is absolutely remarkable. And so we're gonna bring on my special guest. Oh, and she worked with our youth department. She trying to raise her own youth department. I mean, and she's creative. If we call her, she's there. And one of the things that happened, as y'all know, my husband had 3 wrecks, and he wrecked his truck, my Mercedes, and all of that. She called to let us hold her car.
Wow.
She wasn't happy with us knowing that we would drive the church van or my van everywhere. She did not want us to do that. And she wanted us to drive her car.
Wow.
Come on now. So we would, I mean, what do you say about that?
Come on now. Come on now. Now that's a blessing. That's a heart for God and his people.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on, that's heart in action, love in action.
Hello.
Come on,
hello. That's what Carolyn called this show, Love and Action. So, y'all, I want to welcome to the show Miss Olivia Thomas.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
We welcome you to the Real Talk with Judy show, Olivia. I know that your heart is so real and genuine. And we met you when your children were young babies.
Yes.
But some of my audience know you, some of them don't. Will you introduce yourself to the audience?
I sure will. It's a shame we only got about an hour, but I'm going to try to squeeze it all in an hour. Everything. So, my name is Olivia Thomas, and I can possibly and wonderfully say that I am a member of Life Changes Church of God in Christ, and I have met Pastor and Evangelist Mantrell when my oldest daughter was 4 years old. We joined the church when she was 5. I was married at that time, and within a couple of years or whatever, I went through a terrible divorce. Pastor and I were there for me, and they helped me get through it. And I became a single mom of 2 girls. At the time, Bria was 9 and Alexis was 6 years apart. So she was like 3.
Wow.
And so I did what I had to do to raise them by myself. I left Tallahassee and went to Philadelphia. And then I came back because of the divorce, and the judge made me stay here in Tallahassee. But I didn't mind. I came back. That was part of God's plan. And so I did what I had to do. I got back in school. I graduated from TCC in 2007. Then I went to Thomas University in 2012, and I graduated with my bachelor's of social work in 2012. And then I graduated in 2018 with my master's of social work. And I did all of that with my girls by my side. It was just me and them. And they seen me cry, sweat. But the thing that I wanted to show them, because I was their only role model, and I wanted to show them that you can persevere. You can continue to do it no matter what it is. Throughout my master's program, I failed 2 classes. I got academically dismissed, but I persevered and I got back on track. And I finally graduated.
Hallelujah.
From the time I graduated up to now, I got my girls through high school. I got one in college, and one is right now going through the CNA and LPN process. And in 2018 is when I decided to become a foster parent. I wanted to be a foster parent for a while, a long time. I started the process in 2014. But I stopped to go to school and to work and to do, what I needed to do as a single parent. And once I graduated with my master's, I went back and I became a foster parent. I got my license. The day that I got my license, they asked me that I want to take 2 little boys.
The day.
The day.
Wait a minute. The day.
The day I got my license.
Okay.
They asked me, they said, we have 2 little boys. Are you interested? Because I did put on my paperwork that I wanted it 1 child, but if it was a sibling pack, I didn't want to separate.
So sweet.
And so when they got my license and they said you want them, I was like, yes, I'll take them. And so about 7 o'clock that night, they brought them to me, and I looked down at them, and I just was like, hey, I'm Mama O. And that's how I got my name, Mama O. And I wanted to say this. I waited till my youngest daughter was in her senior year because I didn't want anything to come in, to mess up our relationship and the jealousy and this and that, because I'm taking on more kids. I knew that she was old enough for her senior year to understand everything and to love on the kids just as well, and which she did. And so in 2018, I got the 2 boys, my 2 little sons now. And so through that process, they went to Dream Builders Greatness Center.
Okay.
Well, I allowed them to go there. Dream Builders have been wonderful for my children. And so in 2019, a year later, but let me back up a little bit. I loved my boys when I first got them. I seen them. I loved on them. I felt for them because I know they needed somebody to care for them, somebody to love them, somebody to tell them everything is going to be okay. I needed to give them a sense of safety and security.
Wow.
You know, safety, security, stability, structure,
Wow.
discipline. I
Yes.
say that because, you know, you still can love and discipline. I learned that from my dad and my mom.
Mhm.
You can still love and discipline. It's just the type of discipline that you do.
Yeah.
You know, I believe in discipline their age. I believe in time out at that time, reward system, taking things away from them. But my main thing is talking with them and letting them know what they did wrong and trying to change it to make them learn a better way. Because what they learned that it was the wrong way, it was the incorrect way. And so I knew the right way. So I wanted them to know the right way. I'm gonna back up a little bit for my girls. Raise them as a single parent. You know how teenagers do with the attitudes, the this, the that, the talk back, whatever. I did go through that. I'm not even going to sit up here. I did go through that with my children. And so when they did something, what I would do, I would make them look up there what they did, write me an essay, and write me an apology letter.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I made them, and they remember them because I still have some of them letters.
Wow.
They remember them. And
So that is the way you discipline your girls?
I did. Yes,
Wow.
ma'am. I did. I made them, you know, write the apology letters, write that, say if they was disrespectful, they would have to look it up online, Google. Back in the day it was the encyclopedia. But this time I made them Google it, I made them write me a paragraph, and then I made them write me an apology letter.
Wow. And you have to understand their accountability, I mean, what they did wrong. Yes. And y'all get this, because I believe, Olivia and Dr. Q, this is what's missing in our society for a lot of children.
Yes.
You know, so we do have some parents who are doing it, but we have a lot of children who do not get that corrective action.
Come on now.
So and you got good girls.
Yes,
Your
ma'am,
girls are good. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
She does. Yeah.
And so, you know, even to this day, you know, they're older and they're grown. Alexis is 20 and Bria is 26. And so they both supported me with becoming a foster parent, and they loved on the kids just as well. So the kids that I have, I knew a little bit of their mom, and just a little bit. You know, I had a little relationship with her, a small relationship with her, and in my heart, I was like, if she was to get pregnant again, I would take that baby. Because I didn't want any more of her kids to be out there without their siblings.
Okay.
Wow.
And so I found out that she was pregnant. And so I said, I'll take the baby when the baby is born. I knew the baby was supposed to be born in November, but I got a call in October. It was on a weekend. I remember the day, it was on a Friday. And they said, Mom had the baby. Do you want him? I said, yes, most definitely.
Wow.
I said, can I have the weekend?
I gotta get them on
At this time, I was 50 years old. I didn't take care of babies in like 20 years. I was like, can I have this weekend just to rest and prepare myself to get this newborn? Wow. And so I didn't even rest. That was Friday. I was up there at the hospital Sunday morning at about 7 o'clock.
You went and got the baby.
And so I got the baby. He was 4 days old, but it was my boy's brother.
Wow.
And that was important to me to keep them together. At the time, he had 2 other sisters. And I wasn't really at my mind of thinking of the sisters. I just was thinking about, this is the baby. He needs me.
Okay.
They need him. We all need to be together. And so therefore, I got the baby. And I had the baby, and I took on the baby, and I did everything that I needed to do for the baby. At 50 years old.
Well, how old was your boys at the time?
I got my youngest one, he was 2.
When you got the baby?
No, he was 3. And my oldest one was 5. So I had a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old,
And a newborn.
and a newborn.
Mm.
And both of my girls, one of my girls was still at home, Alexis was still at home, and Bria was living her own place. But I had a newborn, a 3-year-old, and a 5-year-old. And my MO is I have to do what I have to do. I put myself to the back. I sacrifice a lot of me, which I don't mind doing.
Nope.
I don't mind sacrificing me for my children.
That's right.
And I did it. I sacrificed everything that I had and needed to make sure that my boys were okay. I already knew Alexis was okay because she was, in high school, and, we did all her high school stuff, and then the pandemic came, and, she got in college. She was fine. She was old enough to really I done got her to the point where she was responsible and accountable enough to go to school to do what she had to do. So that gave me time to just focus on my boys. And that's what I did. And that was in 18. Fast forward to, nope, we're not going to fast forward. So when the baby's first birthday, it was in my mind, in my heart, to get all his siblings together.
Oh, wow.
Because I just needed them to know that they have siblings out there, because we need our siblings.
Yes.
If you don't have your parents, the next thing is to have the
Your
siblings.
siblings. Wow.
And so for the baby's first birthday, my little Gemini, his first birthday, I invited all of his siblings and had a big birthday party at my house.
Wow.
Because total, what is it?
8.
Oh,
It's 8 of them.
it's 8 of them in total.
It's 8 of them.
Okay, I'm into some numbers.
Yes. Yeah, she's gonna get to all adoption, but it's 8 of them.
I got 3 boys and 2 girls. I missed 3 of them.
Right.
Hold on.
And y'all, I want y'all to hear this because it's chosen from the heart with love.
Yes.
And that's why I wanted to put this on here today, because our world is so full of hatred and just so many discouraged children.
Yeah.
So many discouraged children are on. I mean, I'm running into them all the time. And so she started at the age that I believe you should start at. And that's that baby age. And she's making an impression. Y'all got to see them. Y'all have to see these kids and what you're doing. Okay, go ahead. So we did the first birthday.
We did the first birthday party, and all of them came except the oldest brother. I was still happy. I was still elated. They were all together. And just to see the look on their faces. They have 2 older sisters. To see the look on their faces. Just to know that they're there with their brothers and their sisters. That's what made my heart happy. That's when I was like, I know this is the right thing. I know I'm doing the right thing. Yeah, and so I know I'm doing the right thing. And so I made it a thing for me since I know he's the last one. I said every birthday that we're all going to try to get together. I'm going to try to get all the siblings together. And so we did it the first year, we did it the second year. Okay. So now we can move forward to 2022. They have a 16-year-old sister. I have been.
But you're adopted.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back.
I forgot the number.
That's why I'm saying. I forgot about the adoption. I forgot about it. I'm trying to get forward.
Yeah, we got to go back.
So 2018, I got them in November of 2018. Come October 2018. As a matter of fact, October the 15th. That's how much that means to my heart. We have a date that I get them and we celebrate on that date.
That's good.
Then November the 18th on National Adoption Day, I adopted them. I adopted my 2 little boys.
Wow.
I adopted my 2 little boys. And so it was just that adoption. It didn't take long. It took within a year. It didn't take long. And I'm not even going to lie. When they asked me, I just said yes. My heart said yes. Wow. I didn't think about any issues, any problems, any health issues, any mental issues, any substance abuse issues that, mom probably went through. Or, I didn't think about none of that.
Wow.
I just said yes. I couldn't see. This is what I couldn't see. If I would have said no, they would have had to go start all over again. All over again in somebody else's house, somebody else's rules, somebody else's bedroom. They were comfortable. They've been there a year. They were comfortable. They knew me. They knew my girls. They knew their family. They even knew the church family.
They knew
Because the church family, the deacons got on. Deacon Ball and make sure he got on mine. You know, but my thing is, I could not say no and let them leave my house. I wouldn't have been able to sleep worrying about what they doing or who they're with. I couldn't sleep.
Wow.
So I said yes, and it didn't take them long. We just had to go through the process. It's an easy process.
Okay.
You just have to do a background check. You have to do home visits, home studies. You have to get references. I believe I used Dr. Judy as a reference. You know, I use a couple of other people as a reference. And then you just got to go through another meeting to make sure that there's nobody else out there that wants to adopt them. Or if it is, you go through a meeting. And then once you go through the meeting, they make your decision whether or not that you can adopt all of them together or you can separate. It's called a sibling separation.
Okay.
And so they told me, hey, everything's done. November the 18th of 2019 is your adoption date.
Wow.
And I had got baby, so the baby was even part of the adoption ceremony.
Wow.
Not
But
only
the
was
baby
the baby,
was adopted, you just adopted the two.
that's right.
And the baby was still in foster care?
Yes.
Wow, y'all,
Yes.
come on.
And so this time we went to the courthouse. You know, my coworkers, and I had just started my new job. And I turn around and go in there and I look back, and this is just how beautiful my coworkers are. All of them were there.
Wow, wow.
They supported, me that much. I cried because I was like, I was shocked to see all of them there and only being on that job for like a little less than a month.
Wow.
And all of them showed up.
And that's because but here you go, making it possible now for these boys to have a chance at life, a better chance. You're giving them a stable family,
yes,
a stable place to live.
Yes.
You're giving them love, and you chose them.
Yes.
That's the part. Adoption is all about the choosing. You go in, I want that one, or this one. And here it is, you chose two boys to keep them together.
Yes.
And you chose these two boys knowing the possibility that what they could be. Exactly. But you chose them because your heart is so full of love. And your girls bought into it.
Yes.
I mean, Olivia, that's just, I know you're gonna tell about the other one. I think they were a dry eye the other day. That you got to hear, you got to hear the story.
I'm already crying.
I know, I'm trying to.
Oh my God.
I told my mom I wouldn't cry, so I'm trying to hold it back,
Yeah, but what you've done is here, but here it is. You just gave these two boys a chance to dream. Well, at that time,
right?
Because you got to hear this, Dr. Q.
Wow.
But it gave them a chance to dream.
Yes.
A chance. Now they got their own bed. They wear good clothes. They wear good clothes. She don't be dressed, and these boys not dressed. All right, go ahead and tell the rest of the story.
And the key thing that Dr. Judy said is, I did choose them.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, and I like to say this too, because I had a friend, and we still friends, but I tell all my friends, I have a couple friends, but I tell all my friends, my boys come first. My boys come first. I chose them. This is the life that I chose. So if I have to do for them boys, and you want to do this or you want to do that, and I got something going on for my boys or doing for my boys, I'm sorry, I can't do it. My kids come first.
But she done that with her girls too.
Yes, my girls.
No one came before her girls.
Nobody.
She taught her girls how to be a young lady.
That's right.
And then they participated in church.
That's right.
She had them in church. She had them in church. But
you call it what you want. It works.
Now it works.
It does.
And then here she is with these boys. But to even hear that, because what's important about that comment, that sometimes we don't like to address things real, but sometimes we get these children and they're not first.
Wow.
And unfortunately they have to live that life.
Right.
And then they start looking for love everywhere else because it ain't at home.
Exactly.
And so what you have given your boys, We hear the rest of it. What we have given your boys is a home
That's
and
right.
a place they love to be.
That's right.
Mama home.
Mama home, and we call that a forever home.
Wow.
A forever home. We call
Wow.
that forever home. They have created and got a forever home.
That is so amazing. Let me say this.
Yes.
As a mom, I have 2 girls and 2 boys. And so my girls are older. Girls are just girls, but I was more concerned about my boys if something would happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so hearing you, seeing you, you are the embodiment of every mom's prayer. Like, God, if something happened to me, like send somebody that's going to love my kids, like I love them, that's going to help them to be the best version of themselves. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being the embodiment of so many moms' prayers, because most of us love our kids first. We be struggling with that whole love your husband, then your children. Some of us get popped by the Lord about that, but
some of them husbands, they get jealous. And it's cute to see it though. It is cute to see it. Anything, because Doug and Carolyn, they're like, anything we'll want. But that's kind of true though, because Carolyn didn't cook a meal in a long time.
When we got home, she cooked.
She cooked breakfast
And the snack.
So
we gotta repent, ladies. We gotta repent.
Doug was like, well, I've been here. Victoria said, we love y'all. Olivia is a model parent and godmother. We have been blessed to have her and her bunch in our life. I'm sure we can just go on. And Olivia was a young girl in our church who, had a baby, and she gave her life. We were there too, but she gave her life. And when I tell you, she went on and dreamed. She's raising that girl. She's doing a phenomenal job. Olivia is her godmother.
Wow.
And she treated just
my own.
Wow.
So it's all these children.
Wow.
And I know adoption is running over. I'm sure what is it called? One child, one church. I'm sure they want to be on here and say,
let me tell you my agency, Northwest Florida Health Network.
okay, my bad. Northwest Florida Health. I'm sure all these adoption agencies would love to have parents who love the children.
Come on now.
Right, that's the key.
Not the money, but
there you go.
That's real life.
Because the money ain't nothing. It's about your heart and taking care of these kids and leading them to a better life, a successful life, and a successful citizen of the United States.
That's right.
That's what it's about. And that's my goal is for all 6 of my children. I still got them the 2 oldest.
She had 2 girls.
I started off with just the 2.
The one she birthed.
I birthed. But now I got 6.
2
Okay,
boys.
November
18.
2019. She adopted 2 siblings. Let's go. And remember now, Jimmy and I was still there, but he was in foster care.
Yes.
Oh, okay. The baby. Okay. You would have got
All
4 days.
Go ahead.
So,
4 days.
2019, we adopted. Little Jim and I was there. And so I brought him home, and I've been raising and taking care of him. And back about maybe 2 years later, the parents' rights got terminated, and they asked me again, would I adopt Jim and I? That wasn't no doubt. That was my baby. I was like, I'm gonna take my baby. Y'all taking me and my other children. And I'm gonna fight over my baby. I'm like, that was my baby. So I say yes. So we started the process. We started the process. And so finally on July 18th, 2022, I adopted Jim and I.
That was just a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
I adopted
Jim and I.
That was about July 18th, 2022. At 1:30, I adopted my Jim and I.
And guess what? It was on Zoom. And the judge said, all these people. All these people on here. The judge was like, you got a lot of people on here.
Yes, he did. I have a lot of, and that's one thing, building a support team. I'm not, and Pastor Judy, this, I'm not one to ask or to be appraised or get accolades or anything, because I do everything from my heart. You know, I don't do stuff so that people can say, oh, you did this.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I just did my hair today to come out here, but I'm a mom. You know what I'm saying? If I got to run my kids somewhere, I got my little scarf that I put on, and I put it on and I run. Because it's about my kids.
That's right.
You know, then when I get my time, it's one thing, I get my time.
That's right. That's
I
wisdom.
get my
That's
self-care.
wisdom. Self-care is everything. Self-care.
Exactly. Because if I don't take care of me,
That's right. Yeah.
how am I going to be able to take care of them?
That's right. That's right.
And so that's what I do.
Smart.
And so go back before Jim and I got adopted. I was building a relationship with all of the siblings at the birthday. I'll talk to them. Yeah. When they come to the birthday party, I talk to all the siblings. I play with them.
Wow.
You know, I just say, how you doing? You know, I just build that relationship.
Yes.
And so I've been building a relationship with his oldest sister. Because when Jim and I was born and they would go through visitations and whatnot, I would talk to the sister. And I just seemed like she just needed love.
Yes.
I could just sense that from her. Like she was so hurt from the inside and she just needed somebody just to love her. And so I just started doing it, just talking to her. I got her number. Every once in a while I would send her a text and find out how she's doing. So in April of 2022, she was supposed to go with an auntie, but that didn't work out. And so I called her and I said, hey, would you like coming to stay with me?
Wow.
I said, I've been trying to build a relationship. 16.
Baby.
I said,
baby.
Yeah.
Baby. Woo-woo. Yes, God.
Yeah.
That's Jesus.
16. But before I asked her, I was like allowing her to come over weekends.
Oh, okay.
Allowing her to come over. I think she came over maybe like 2 or 3 weekends.
To recognize the
Okay.
rules,
Exactly.
how the house is run.
There you go.
That was
There
smart.
you go. That was the plan. Have her come, have her see how I run my house.
That's right.
Have her see if she could be willing to abide by the rules.
That's right.
And do what she was supposed to do.
Come on now.
And so at first she was like, well, no, I'm gonna stay here and see what that is. I said, okay. I said, I'm always here for you. You still will come on the weekends. So then she came on the weekend before her birthday, and we started talking about her birthday. She's like, she never had a birthday party.
Ooh,
she was turning 16. So what me and my girls did, I told Alexis to get all her friends together. This is to show her that we loved her.
Yeah.
And I had got my little shed, you know, into a little she-room, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
So I told Alexis, get all your friends together, and we gave her sweet 16 birthday party.
Wow.
And I took a shopping, did all that kind of
shopping party, yeah,
but it was to show her that I loved and care about her. I didn't care about, anything. I just wanted her to know that she's loved, and I know she needed that. I knew she needed that.
Yeah,
and
like
so
shopping and then show me you love me.
And so right, exactly.
That shopping will carry every time.
And so then the next weekend, that's when she called me and she said, I do want to come and stay.
Wow.
And so I called the caseworker, I did this, I did that, and they made it happen. This was on April, when did she come? April the 10th.
She got on the
2022. April the 10th, 2022. I remember it was the day after her birthday. She came and lived with me and stayed with me. April 11th. And she came and stayed with me.
Wow.
When she got there, I just kind of like, I was a little lenient because I needed to build that trust with her. Okay. So she never had an ears pierced. And so she said, can she get her ears pierced? I said, yeah. So we go to the airport and she was a little nervous and everything. And so I was like, you scared? She's like, yeah. I said, you want me to do it with you? She said, yeah. I did it. Just for her. I got my ears pierced just for her. But I didn't want to do it. I did it to build that trust.
Let me hold your hand, honey.
And it hurt. I got both of them. It hurt. But I wanted her to know that,
wow.
Trust her. I wanted her to trust me as well as me trusting her. She's 16. Mm-hmm. And we know how 16-year-olds are. But I had to start building the trust right there. I already started with the birthday party and talking to her before, but I wanted her to show that I trust you, and I want you to trust me.
You came into her space. You came into
Exactly.
her world.
That's what I did.
You acknowledged her fear.
Exactly.
It's okay for you to be afraid.
That's
right.
Wow. That's powerful
Exactly.
because she allowed you into her world.
That's right.
But you eased into it.
I did.
Y'all better
I
get
didn't do
that.
it hard.
Y'all better
I went
get
her
that.
way. I followed her lead. Okay, so then after I did that, and I'm gonna try to get after I did that, we was driving back home, and when we was driving back home, she looked a little sad, and I was like, well, what's the matter? And she just was like, I'm just tired of going to different people's houses and getting different rules and taking on my stuff. And I said, baby, this is it. You don't have to go no more. I said, I got you. I said, you don't have to worry about going to nobody else's house. I said, you ain't got to worry about going about nobody else's rules because I understand.
Yeah.
I understand when it goes
home. You never feel like you fit in, always visiting.
Exactly. And I said, I don't care what you do to me. I don't care what you say to me. I said, I'm not giving up.
Wow.
I'm not giving up on you.
Wow.
I said, I'm not. So after that conversation, we would start having conversations. And of course, it's about relationships with the little boys, but I stooped down to a level.
That's right.
And I was teaching her about the relationship, about the boys. I was letting her talk. That's one thing that we parents need to do. We need to listen openly.
Yes.
Openly. And don't judge them. Just listen to what they say. And if it's something that they're not saying true, teach them the correct way.
Teach.
And I thank God because she came to me with maybe a couple of them she said she want to talk to. But I thank God because now she understands relationships and she's just talking to that one. So that's a reward for me right there. That's my reward. I monitor her phone. I monitor her. I built a relationship with the boy.
That's right.
I built a relationship with the boy so that the boy can know mama is involved. Don't be trying nothing. Don't be trying anything because mama is on. And I did that with my two oldest girls. And I thank God because me and one of them have a baby.
That's right.
Okay. And I
26 and 20.
Yes. Wow. 26 and 20. And so after that, she started getting a little more comfortable coming, sitting in my room talking.
Oh,
now she take a shower in my room. I have an open door policy.
Wow.
My door is open. If you want to talk, come on in and talk. If I'm on the phone or something, I do like this. And then I finish my conversation. If they go to their room, I go back and get them and we have our conversation.
Yes.
So one day we're sitting at the table.
My Lord.
And I was talking to her about adopting Gemini and changing his name and so forth and whatnot. And I said, you have the opportunity to get adopted too if you want to. So I started explaining to her about adoption, permanent guardianship, or just remaining where she was at. And so she said, no, what you going to change my name to? I said, I love your name. I said, I don't have a problem with your name. I said, that's you. That's your identity. I said, you're 16. I wouldn't take that away from you. I said, you could keep your full name if you want to. I said, I'm going to leave that up to you. I said, it's up to you. If you don't want to change your last name, you don't have to. It's not about the name. It's about me loving and taking care of you.
Wow.
And so she said, yes, I want to be adopted. On the phone. Hey, she wanted to be adopted. I was like, another one. She wanted to be adopted.
Got another one.
So during this process, I was going through with Gemini. They just included her in the process. And so then the next thing was, I wanted both of them to have their own little special ceremony because I like to, celebrate yours and celebrate yours.
That's right.
And so I asked her, I said, do you want to do it with Gemini or you want your own little ceremony? She said she want her own.
That's right.
It's fine, I'll do it. So then I said, it's up to you when you want to change your name. She said, no, I'll change it to Thomas.
Wow, give me a new name.
So, but wait a minute, because a week before the adoption, I had to parent her. I had to parent her and get with her and let her know some things. And so she got upset and said, this is why I don't want to, whatever, and I don't want to change my name. I said, that's fine. I said, listen, I reiterated that it's not about your name.
Yes, true.
And so the next day, the adoption caseworker came over and I told the adoption caseworker the parenting that I did, and I said, she may not want to change your name. I said, that's fine. So she said, well, I have to go talk to her. I said, okay, go ahead. So she came back out and I was sitting in my seat itching like, what she do? And so I said, well, what did she decide to do? She said she will change the name.
Okay, all right, okay.
I'm so happy.
Very
like,
good.
yes.
Children, you know, children like that though.
Yes.
That's why they need to be chosen, because they gonna try it.
Exactly. She did. So July 25th at 11:30 of 2022, I adopted my youngest daughter, Tiana Thomas.
Oh,
Yes.
Wow.
And
Wow.
we celebrated. We gave her the adoption day, and then the next day she wanted to go skate. She never been skating.
Wow.
I took her skating the first time. When we went out of town, we went skating, and then she texted me, "Can we go skating?" And I even allowed her boyfriend to come to the adoption ceremony.
Wow, that's so sweet.
And so after that, we went to eat, we went skating, we had a good time. And the next day we had a celebration. And I just felt like it's complete unless mom have another baby. I mean,
Oh, you take the baby?
Oh,
I would. I mean, instead of it, because let me explain to you. Instead of, I know where the other siblings are. I'm in touch with their people too. And if she was to have another baby, that means another sibling will be out there. And what am I wouldn't want that other sibling to not be around there or be raised with their brother and sister. I was raised with all my sisters and brothers.
That's love.
And I would like them to have that same experience. And if you look at Ty now,
Wow.
she done came in their house like, go sit down, boy, to her brothers, because it's just like
it's home. You know, she don't have to walk on
comfortable.
pins and needles. You
That's
know,
what I told her.
because that's what you do when you don't know. You're like,
right.
What's up? Are they gonna get me out? Are they gonna, that's how you feel when you don't realize you're chosen. Right?
But
You're tolerated instead of chosen.
That's right. But I stopped that too. I stopped that. Because I said, I don't live in a house where we walk around on pins and I said, I live in a happy house.
That's right.
I said, we don't close doors around here. We don't hold grudges around here.
That's
we
right.
Talk things out.
That's
we
right.
sit there, we watch movies, we eat, we play. I said, I can do all that. I said, I'm not with all that.
Wow.
And to this day, I can see the change in her.
Yeah.
That's I'm a parent where I parent and I discipline. But I love, and I discipline.
Look, it's age appropriate discipline. Love appropriate discipline.
Exactly. And this is the other day she did something, and I went in her room and I just swiped everything off the drawer. I told her to clean it up. I swiped it off. She had something in the middle. I took it all out, and I said, I just put everything on the floor. Any other teenager get mad or whatever, but because I built that relationship with her and showed her love, she cleaned it up and she came back in her room and she said, "I'm sorry, Mama."
And this is This is what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it's all about. And then we have to remember, even God chose us. Right? And even in our little crazy, temper tantrum sometimes, of not doing what he say, of not doing what we know is right. He may come in sometime and throw everything off the dresser. But one thing we know, he loves us.
He loves us.
And that's Olivia, that's what I think about. And that's why I did Chosen from the Heart with love. Because it wasn't just a chosen. It was the heart of love. Even to hear you right now say she came back and apologized, but you built a relationship. Mm-hmm. Parents build relationship with your children and know that if you can help other children and you got the heart to love them like your own,
yes.
See what you can do to help.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say adoption is for everybody, but maybe you're considering.
My dad adopted me.
You was adopted?
My dad adopted me.
Yeah,
my dad is my brother's dad. He adopted me. He chose me.
That's beautiful.
It's nothing like being chosen. That's a whole different.
I was rough too.
Yeah, I was the helmet. I'm hearing stories you keep telling.
I'm in now though.
But it is so important, Olivia, everything that you have done for each, and we can't live out your girls. How you taught them, you taught them to love, and how you bring that in. And I believe that our world could, it's gonna be bad, because that's what the Bible says.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom always said that, but you don't have to be the bad part.
Ooh, right.
She said different things gonna happen, but you don't have to be that part.
That's right.
And Olivia, what you have done for these siblings You know, my old crazy laptop, I couldn't get on last week, but I was on for a Gemini, and I went back 2 o'clock trying to get on, and they tell me the host gonna let they know it wasn't the host.
The whole gone.
But Olivia, what you're doing, and one thought too, when I think about her wanting to keep this family together. So many siblings are out there looking for their siblings. You know, so many. When I was a foster care counselor, I had a lady who adopted a baby at birth. That boy turned 4. She brought him back and terminated her parental rights. She said, "This is a monster." So that's what she called the little boy, a monster. The name was Zach.
For 4 years she had him, so she created that monster.
That's who created, because she brought the baby home from birth.
She created that.
She did from the hospital.
Oh my God!
From the hospital. And
So
so
she saw herself.
When I think about a child a monster, I'm sorry.
no,
She created
calling them children monsters.
That you can shake and mold that baby.
Yeah, and that ain't
Yeah.
from the hospital. That's your baby.
Yeah, that's
That's
you.
what I did. I mean, he is a little rotten. I'm not gonna because
Cause you rotten.
but I'm in a discipline stages right now because he's getting older. So yeah, I did. And I'm not going hard at it. It's a little bit at a time.
But you've done so well with your children. You've done well, and then here you are adopting 4 other children. And something with her adopting the younger one, but for you to give a 16-year-old girl an opportunity at a better life is nothing but a heart full of love. A lot of people don't adopt teenagers.
They don't, and that's an issue that we're having at our agency right now. You know, a lot of teenagers are needing to be adopted, and we can't really find any homes for any forever homes. But if you're looking, go up under Northwest Florida Health Network website, and you can. There's ways that you can help if you don't want to adopt, if you don't want to foster. We always taking donations. We always taking, monetary donations, food, anything that we can help these foster parents and adoptive parents out.
Yeah, so you can help any kind of way. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. If you can, yeah.
And another thing is going through all this process and everything. I didn't even think about it. It was just my heart to say, yeah. When they asked, yeah. I didn't have to take months and years to think about it. I just said yes. Knowing the background history that they came from, I was willing to take that chance to make a change in their life, as well as they're doing something for me too.
That's right.
They're helping me.
Wow.
They're helping me as well as I'm helping them.
That's amazing.
And so it's a process. I'm not saying that my kids are, good at kids. Their kids don't think it's going to be easy. I could sit here look like it's easy. I'm still a single mom of the Brady Bunch.
You got a Brady Bunch.
The 3 girls.
The Brady Bunch.
But being a single mom, it comes with structure, stability, discipline, and love.
That's good.
And if you got all of them, you'll be able to be a single mom and be able to raise your kids the proper way.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Olivia Thomas. She's adopted 4 children, 3 boys and a girl.
Yes.
A girl is 16. She had a baby straight from 4 days old. Then she had the other 2, and every last one of them doing well. She got a nice home. She gives these children life. That's what she did to them. Yes. She gave them life. And they don't have to go from house to house. Because this is what forever home.
And this is another thing too. That's why I bought my home. So I won't have to keep renting and moving them, I wanted them to be stable. But they can say, this is my home.
Wow. They can always come back.
Yeah.
I love it. Dr. Q, give me a minute.
Listen, I wrote this as soon as I saw this. Chosen from the heart with love. Before the world was laid, I was chosen. Before my mama met my daddy, I was chosen. Before an explosion of cells produced my earthly existence, I was chosen. Before I told my first lie, I was chosen. After I told that last lie the other day, I was still chosen. Beyond my mistakes and mishaps, I was chosen. I am not perfect, but I am perfectly His. I was chosen in God's heart. I was chosen in God's love. God chose to love me. Now I choose to love you. From our hearts, the world will see God's love for humanity is an invitation to eternity. His love, his grace, his son has won. I believe I was chosen by God from his heart in true love here on earth until we meet him above. I am chosen. I am God's forever love.
Did you just write that just
Yeah.
now?
I wrote it last night.
Well, you can send that to listen.
You think I'm gonna send that to her?
Send that to me
No,
too.
but listen, so chosen from the heart. Remember, you have the opportunity to give somebody else life.
That's it.
You have the opportunity to make life for somebody else. Whatever you do, as you've heard, as Olivia taught, as the children call her mama on, do it from your heart with love. Love conquers everything. Even before the foundation of the world, the Lord chose us. Some of us haven't walked in what he's given to us yet. But as Dr. Q just said, he's still chosen.
Yes.
Yes.
He's still chosen.
Yes.
Today have absolutely been great, Miss
Mama. Oh, Mama. Oh.
We appreciate you.
Oh, thank you,
We
baby.
appreciate you so very much. To all of those who tuned in to the Real Talk with Judy show, thank y'all so
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank
If
you.
y'all would, go ahead and share this. Go ahead and
Yes.
share this. Share this. I think this is real good. Our children got a lot of uncertainties in life.
Yes.
A lot of them are scared.
Yes.
A lot of them have not been given an opportunity. So if you got children, let them invest in others as well. Well, I want to invite you to our Bible study tonight at 7:30.
Yes.
Yeah, look at her. That's my baby sister, church.
What?
Church
Hey,
Best friend,
she's so
daughter.
cute. Evangelist Carla.
She's teaching tonight, y'all, and she is an excellent teacher.
Yes,
She
she
is.
is.
She's an excellent teacher. She's another one that give to her heart, give her heart. Then I want to invite y'all to our Sunday morning service. So Sunday we're going to honor our musicians.
Oh,
We're going to tell our
wow.
musicians thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's Mike and Thomas. We're just going to tell them thank you. And then after that, we're going to honor our praise and worship team.
Wow.
You know, they've been serving. They have been faithful through
Wow.
the pandemic.
Yes.
Through everything.
Yes.
We have a team and our media team. So we're just going to tell everybody thank you because if it wasn't them, there would be no us.
That's good.
You know, and that's good. We have to say thank you.
Yes.
Sunday's communion Sunday. Our communion is going to be good. We're not having communion as the ordinance. We're just going to tell these young men thank you. And then on the fourth Sunday in August, because the net will be back, we are honoring our praise and worship team.
Yes.
So y'all, it's just a time to say thank you.
Thank
I want to
you.
thank you all again. Don't forget the first Tuesday in November is going to
Yes,
be
yes,
the
yes.
Real Talk with
My
Judy.
birthday
Thank you
month.
day. So y'all go ahead and get that $50 ready.
Get that
Wouldn't
50.
wouldn't it be good? We
Whatever
got over
50 you were
300
going to give me for my birthday, just give it on that day.
So thank you all so very much for
Thank
tuning
you.
in to the Real Talk with Judy show. And if the Lord said the same, we'll be back. The same channel, same station, same time next Tuesday. That's Real Talk.
Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy.